How's it going, everyone? Michael Joyce, founder here at EMOTO Supply Co. We're here in our Water Street flagship store for a ride review today on one of the highest techs. I mean, it definitely is the highest tech e-bike that money can buy under $2,500 on the entire e-bike industry. It's the brand new RadRunner Max by Rad Power Bikes, one of the largest brands here in America. And this is their brand new flagship model. They have some unbelievable features that I have not seen on hardly any bikes on the market. Let's jump right into those first. We'll do a highlight of all the new tech, then we'll talk about the specs. I'll do an actual ride review and demo of their new radar components. But without further ado, let's jump into all the highlights and new technological components on this brand new RadRunner Max here. So the first big thing that I've never seen is this is actually equipped with radar that senses when cars are coming up behind you and gives you an overview. Not only does it warn you that a car is coming up behind you, it tells you the speed difference between the car and your bike specifically. So it'll actually tell you the variance of how much faster that person is coming up behind you so that you know when to get over and when that car will actually be passing you, which is absolutely wild. Next, let's jump into the brand new display here. This is equipped with Bluetooth, so you can actually unlock the bike with your phone when it comes to anti-theft, or you can use a passcode or one of these NFC tags to actually unlock it. And speaking about anti-theft, it actually has Apple Find My integrated into the bike, so you can add it to Apple Find My and find it just like your AirPods or your keys. It has the AirTag basically built into the actual platform. Another crazy feature is this has automatic lights that turn on when it gets dark out. It has high and low beams, which the majority of e-bikes do not have. Turn signals, brake lights. I mean, it's basically like a car on two wheels. Let's next jump into some of the other specs that they're rolling out. This has an industry-leading 420-pound weight capacity. So if you're familiar with the RadRunner, you can put a passenger kit here on the back, you can put a kid's seat, you can put a front basket. So with the 420-pound weight capacity, you can put a front basket, passenger on the back, ride around, and this is equipped with Class 3 mode, so it'll even go up to 28 miles an hour with the 750-watt hub motor back here and Rad's brand new Safe Shield battery. So overall, the technology is unbelievable. Price point is $22.99, so under $2,300 for some tech that a couple years ago would probably be $4,000 to $5,000, $6,000. I mean, a lot of bikes don't even have the majority of the features that this has. So to dive a little bit more into the drivetrain, it's got the same frame as the RadRunner 3 Plus and a very similar frame to the Radster Trail. So it's gonna feel very substantial when you're riding it. It's it's a heavier e-bike, but that weight translates to a very, very smooth ride condition when you're going. Adjustable seat here, this has a very low step through, so multiple different heights are very comfortable when riding this. And you can equip it with, again, the rear passenger kit, or you can put a kid's bike on the back. Front basket, there's an anomaly of different accessory configurations. And one cool feature here as well, going back to the specs, you can actually put a range extender, mount in another battery back here, and take the range from 60 up to 120 miles of range on this Runner Max. I'm personally blown away with it. Let's talk through a couple of the last features before I jump on a quick ride review. It's got these hybrid fat tires here, so this will work well on a beach, but also very well as a commuter bike. Very bright LED front light, again, going back to the fact that this has high beams and low beams and actually automatically turns on. On the display, it's got the upgraded display similar to the one on the Radster Trail. So a cool thing that this display has, we'll get some B-roll of it here in a second, you can actually see what range you have at each pedal assist mode. So obviously the higher pedal assist, range from 1 to 5, the higher your pedal assist is, you're gonna have a lower range, but it'll tell you right on the screen your battery percentage and how far you have before you run out of battery. That's just another really cool feature. But outside of that, again, the Safe Shield battery, 60 miles of range standard, up to 120 with the range extender, 750-watt hub motor, comes as a Class 2. You can use the throttle up to 20 miles an hour, and you can pedal up to 28 miles an hour. But overall, let's say that's a good overview of all the new specs and features that the RadRunner Max is here. Let's jump into our ride review. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into the ride review portion of this review. One thing I forgot to mention is this has some beefy hydraulic brakes on it. Check out the size of these things. We'll go ahead and do a demo of how quickly this thing will stop. And one other thing is it does have a torque sensor here, so it's going to be extremely smooth even in the higher levels with pedal assist. For those of you that don't know what a torque sensor is it basically, you know, a standard bike that does not have a torque sensor, if you are pedaling on pedal assist mode 5, it's just going to give you 100% power in that pedal assist mode 5, whereas this, even in pedal assist mode 5, will only give you basically the percentage of which you're putting in. So say you're giving 30% on the pedals, it'll give you 30% of the power, just a lot more smooth and feels a lot more like a standard bike experience. But let's go ahead and we'll jump on the rider view here. We're gonna try to demo today the rear radar, which will show up on the display right there. Actually, that's what it looks like. So that'll show you when there's a car behind you and the speed difference between you and the car. And then outside of that, we'll kind of jump into some different little specs here, but let's go ahead and rock and roll. All right, so we're gonna start out here this morning in pedal assist mode 1. And I'm just going to go ahead. This does have an 8-speed Shimano shifter as well. So I'm going to shift down a little bit and get started here. Start out in the bike lane. So pedal assist mode 1. One thing that I was talking about that's pretty cool here on the display is we can actually see how much range we have based on what pedal assist mode we're in. So as we go up, feel a little bit more torque, and yeah, the responsiveness on the torque sensors, as I was just telling you about, is pretty crazy. So if you go from putting in a little bit of effort to a little bit more of effort, you'll actually immediately feel the electric drivetrain putting out a little bit more power for you. So let's go ahead and open it up a little bit more here. I'm gonna shift up, so now we're in 7th gear. So now we're in pedal assist mode 2. Let's go up to 8th gear. Pedal assist mode 3, get up to 16. Wow, this thing is extremely smooth. And you can really feel how complicated that torsion control is. Here in pedal assist mode 3, if we're giving it some decent power here, we're already up to 23 miles an hour. 24, pedal assist mode 4. Wow. Yeah, this is a lot of power with this 750 watt hub motor. So let's go back. I'm gonna stay in pedal assist mode 4, but yeah, once you start, like I'm pedaling pretty hard right now, this thing will accelerate like crazy. So I'm just consistently pedaling, 8th gear, cruising at 25, not even in pedal assist mode 5. Now we're in 5. Wow, that's a lot of fun. We'll do a quick brake test. Yeah, I mean, that was basically 26 to stop on a complete dime. Let's use the throttle now, give you guys a quick demo of that. So the throttle will take you up to 20 miles an hour and cut off, and then if you want to go faster, just cut off the throttle, pedal along with the assistance, and we're moving. So now let's go try to find a lane real quick and see if we can test out the new rear radar. I'm gonna cut across here. Might be one of my new favorite bikes, hands down. All right, so I'm gonna turn around here and I'm gonna wait for a car to come up on our back corner and we'll see how this works. So this is what basically the radar looks like. So I'm gonna get up, going to speed. There's a car that just passed us. Got another car coming up. So as I'm moving, it's telling me how much faster that car is. That car was doing 11 miles an hour faster than I was and passing us. That's pretty awesome. So we got a car on our back corner here. So I'm right next to them right now. And we can trace them all the way across. That person just passed me. Then we have another car behind us. They just turned, went off the screen. Yeah, that's some pretty cool tech. Let's do another quick speed test for you guys. I'm gonna get up to 26 and do a stop with the brakes, and let's see what type of power we have. So I'm gonna put it in mode 5. We are getting up to speed here quick. Man, this thing is fun. This might be my new favorite bike we have in inventory. So yeah, you gotta give it a little bit of power when you're pedaling, but now we're just cruising at like 25. Let's slow down here pretty quick and show you guys how quickly it stops. I mean, that's pretty impressive. Even did a little bit of not a burnout, really a skid to stop. As far as grips, it's got these nice conforming grips on both sides. Got twist throttle, those big hydraulic brakes, which are extremely impressive. Little bell down here, and then we have obviously our pedal assist levels. There's a mode selector, and then we have turn signals to go both ways, which is quite nice. And then you even have on the bottom, we have the button to turn on the bright front LED light. Very impressive platform. I don't know if most of you guys know the backstory, but we actually started with EMOTO in St. Pete and competed with Rad for the first couple years in business, and now we're fortunate to be their dealer for the Tampa area. Their product has made some huge improvements over the past couple of years. I am very happy with what we have on the floor these days with the Radster Trail, this RadRunner, the whole RadRunner lineup, from entry level all the way to, this is I guess their flagship model, the Max. But thank you guys for tuning in. Any other questions or comments, feel free to follow us. We just did launch something that's pretty exciting. We're doing FaceTime calls from our flagship store here in Tampa, where you can actually jump on a FaceTime with myself or one of my main sales guys, and we'll walk you guys through our entire inventory, see what's the best fit for you, and we can either ship you a box bike or an assembled bike directly to your doorstep. Really just taking a lot of the hassle out of the e-bike buying process and ensuring you get a bike that's serviceable for the investment that you're going to put into your new vehicle. So appreciate you guys tuning in again. Feel free to comment, subscribe, and we're going to keep putting out reviews like this. Thanks, guys.